Hi, okay, today I'm going to talk to you about my math lesson that I incorporated in the classroom study. In this lesson, you will gain an understanding of mathematic activities through a series of interdisciplinary activities teaching the students how to add and subtract simple numbers, working together in groups, creating collaboration, having some competition, and gain a sense of focus and compassion of learning math through a physical education activity. I related this lesson based on my undergrad in physical education, and I really learned that students gain further knowledge through interdisciplinary activities such as bringing in another subject matter into the physical education setting. I felt like it was a lot easier for the students to learn in different ways and have a lot more fun with the activity than just doing the same thing over and over and over again in the classroom on a piece of paper or on the whiteboard or stuff like that. And I feel like through this activity, the students were able to gain a knowledge in all setting of learning skills, visual, cooperative, such things like that. And so I feel like through this lesson, my students were walking away better with this in mind. So in this game, it's called Across the Amazon. You will see 5 cones set up in the middle of the gym, a row of 5, then directly across about 8 yards will be another row of 5 cones. This is part of the obstacle in the Amazon River. With the Amazon River, you have 6 alligators. Each alligator will be on a scooter. There will be 3 on each team. This is where the colored vests come into play that you will have. The blue alligators will be trying to get the people on the right side of the gym, and the yellow 3 alligators will try to get the people on the right side of the gym. The frogs on the outside will be split into teams. These are the main groups of the game. Each frog will have a hula hoop and a poly spot. A poly spot is a small rubber surface that they can step on. The student must place the hula hoop on the ground or a poly spot for the teammate to be able to walk on the river, meaning the gym floor. You must be on a hula hoop or poly spot to walk across on something. If you're on the gym floor, you're in the river and you're going to sink. The obstacle or the challenge is the alligator is trying to take food. Once they get across the gym, they're going to grab one poly spot and then they're going to be making way back. If the student is on a poly spot, they're safe. The alligators cannot tag them. If the student is in a hula hoop, it's fair game. The alligators can tag them, and once that, they take their food and put it in a bucket. Now, you're probably wondering how math is incorporated in this activity. Each round will last 6 minutes, and at the end, each team must add their amount of noodle slices or food. The teacher, or me, will give a scenario to create the challenge in the student's mathematics skill. The teacher could say, a lily pad broke, there are one group, and the other group must combine with another group to add the total amount of food that they each collected. Sorry, 1 second. Another alligator has escaped and ate 4 slices in the group, from 3 groups. Then the students must work together as a team and add all the slices together. This incorporates the unique way of learning math using addition, subtraction, as well as multiplication. In this activity, within each group, I will pick and instruct a student to become a team leader within the group. Each round will swap, so the student is also going to teach our students a sense of responsibility. Kind of, I'm in charge, not necessarily in charge, but I'm leading this group, this is how it's going to be. To get to the other side, we should do this, we should try that. The role of the group is to lead and instruct when a teacher gives the class a scenario. So like I said before, an alligator ate 4 of the food, add them together. They can kind of be like, okay guys, so we have this many, so let's count them out and kind of show the other groups how to do it. It's important to teach and show responsibility at a young age, especially in education fields, showing the students the importance of goal setting. It's important to me to do this early because I feel like it develops the student in not only my classes, but other classes that they might be going to within their subject matter, of just how to get things done, organization, what they want to set their goal to, what they want to achieve. It gives them to work for, to look forward to. Students in the leader role might develop an understanding that some people will not catch math on the fastest. Me, personally, math was never my subject in school growing up. I always had to have a tutor, always had to work harder at it to truly understand. This will help show my students in a visual as well as a hands-on manner to help them relate in the class assignments now and in future classes. So if they can see it and visually count it out, it might take them to science where they are doing an experiment and they can hands-on more activity versus some people can just hear it, take it in, and learn it. The goal for my students in this activity is to receive a hands-on learning experience, as mentioned before, in creating a math-friendly learning environment. This, again, as I can relate, math was not always my friend, but I feel like the more fun you make it and creative, that they can see, oh, I truly can understand this. This will allow them to learn math in multiple ways and encourage them in every class environment that they might be in. At the end of my lesson, I always want to know my students' feedback. If they like the activity that I gave them today, if it wasn't so much fun. It's important in my teaching that I meet the learning needs and environments of all my students. So the importance of feedback will allow me to make and create modifications for future classes or the next class and what I can create and add to. I will be able to grasp if my students connected with the concept of the lesson by seeing how much their participation was in the lesson. And two, also looking at body language. Body language is huge in students with their mannerisms at the end of the class. If they're excited, if they're happy, if they're kind of down, ready to go to the next class. At the end of the lesson, I will leave enough time for a math worksheet that the students must complete and turn in before they leave to see if my lesson that was geared towards math helped them in a math setting environment, like the worksheet with problems. As I mentioned, during the end of my lesson, the students will be handed the worksheet. The week before, I will give the students a similar worksheet, and then I will take and compare prior to my lesson if the students gained a further knowledge, if they did better on the worksheet, how well they interpreted the lesson overall. So I believe interdisciplinary activities can really help and focus on our students' learning based on incorporating just some different things overall, such as hands-on learning environment, actual physically doing the activity, the running around, the getting their mind off, this is the problems we're going to do today, this is what we're going to learn today. Just to truly focus on every learning environment in a way possible for all my students so that they gain a further knowledge and a better understanding and overall just have a better attitude as well relating to the goal setting and the responsibility. I really feel like creating and collaborating with activities such as this can really truly help our students learn overall.